Hello, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to the Rhythmic Resonance Podcast. This is your host, TR, and this week I sat down with Eddwords. Josh is an artist from Kalispell, Montana, whose music and mindset stand alone as not only motivational, but also intentional. Growing up, Eddwords was attracted to the hustle mentality and culture of hip-hop, as well as influenced by the likes of Wiz Khalifa, Nelly, Lil Wayne, and later Nipsey Hussle, J. Cole, and many more. Being surrounded by a family of musicians who set the bar of excellence high, Josh rose to the occasion and quickly paved his own way, not only as a man, but also as a member of his local music community. From the moment I heard Carrera on 406 To The Ville in 2018 and XXL on Rollercoaster in 2020, I was instantly drawn to his confidence, creativity, and ability to relay a relatable story of struggle and hustle that still to this day remain very apparent in his process. I'm very thankful for the opportunity he gave me to talk with him about his life, music, and mindset, and I'm very excited to see where his talent and work ethic will take him in the days to come. But before I say too much, here's Eddwords on the Rhythmic Resonance Podcast, episode number 13 at Area 41 Collective. So, where are you from?
From originally right outside of Nashville, Tennessee. Grew up in a town called Hendersonville till I was about 15 years old. Around then, I took a giant leap with my family and moved to northwest Montana in the city Kalispell. Originally, actually, like Hungry Horse.
Really?
Really ducked off. Dramatically different from where I grew up.
Yeah. How so?
Well, you know, I grew up in a city kid, kind of. Mm-hmm. Right outside the city. Culturally, really different than this place. Similarities, though, for sure. But yeah, going from like living where I was in Tennessee, which was definitely urban, and then when I moved up here, it wasn't just like into the city of Missoula or the city of Kalispell. We moved in with my aunt who lived on the North Fork Road in Columbia Falls, Montana, which is just out the way.
Yeah.
Woods. Yeah. Like really in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
No neighbors.
Mm.
And that was pretty dramatic. You know, I'd been up here on like vacation a time or two when I was a kid. And I always was like tripped out by the snow and shit.
For sure.
Bro, because when it snowed, if it snowed in Tennessee where I grew up, bro, the city shut down.
Yeah.
School's out. They'll tell you school's out if it's calling for snow. Mm-hmm. No snow tires, nothing like that. No one know how to drive in that shit. Be wrecks if it was everyone out. So like the snow, and it would only happen every couple of years that we get like real snow, and it'd be an occasion. And then I come up here and it's like 3-4 feet of snow, regular motherfuckers,
normal
commuting on snowmobiles and shit. I'm like, what? Crazy.
For sure.
But it was beautiful, you know. And at that time of my life, I really needed a change and a fresh start. And Montana granted me that when I was young, needed it. So
yeah,
kind of got a do-over at being young and making mistakes and learning from them. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of the journey, you know?
Yeah.
Of growing up in Tennessee and kind of quickly getting myself into some legal shit and running around with the wrong people and getting into some of the wrong crowds and just not knowing at all what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. But having a lot of energy, having leadership qualities, having, you know, some of the things that can get you into trouble quick, because I thought I knew every goddamn fucking thing when I was that age, you know?
12, for sure,
dude. 12 years old, you couldn't tell me shit.
So you were 12 around that time that you came here?
No, so I was 15, like really 14, right on the edge of 15. It was 2012 when I moved here in January. Okay. But from the age of like 12 to 15, you know, that age that I moved here, I just was, you know, juvenile detention. I had a felony record, a lot of trouble, kicked out of school. Didn't have music in my life at all. Other than, my family. Grew up in a really like musically oriented household. My pops is a musician, my brother's a musician, both incredibly talented. They're singers.
Yeah.
Guitar players. Tommy plays multiple instruments now.
Yeah.
I didn't really gravitate towards the same music they did as I got older. Really fell in love with hip hop. I think it was kind of a, about where I was from, who I ran with. I was pretty in sports and just, when you're of this culture and of that age, like that was Wiz Khalifa and Nelly and all the shit, like Lil Wayne, all the shit that was really goated where I was from. That's what inspired me.
Yeah.
And it took me some time to find my own like lane in it. But, I had one of my best friends growing up, R.I.P. Anthony Tate. He was a rapper like when I was probably 11 years old. And I used to follow him around the city like he was a him. He would give almost anyone a run for their money today. And I was kind of like, I don't know if you like watch Day to Day by Wiz Khalifa. He had this vlog, and Wiz just fucking killed the digital era, like before anyone really did with vlogging and YouTube. But, he had this, one of his best friends, I think his name was Will, white dude. And he was like his manager. And me and Ant used to be like, I'm Will, he's Wiz.
For sure.
I was always like a young entrepreneur minded, which got me into trouble because I back then it was, trying to get money a different way. But that really like was my first start to like kind of get into music. So where I'm from musically, it starts with that family and my pops and my brother and just like wanting to be a part of that thing so bad. When I was just tiny.
Hungry.
I knew I wanted to like, I had seen it be done at such a high level at such a young age. If it wasn't my pops, who's a fucking rock star. Yeah. Super charismatic. Really talented what he does. And then my brother has a natural gift. And now my best friend is like him at the rap shit where we're from. So I think it was a culmination of all those things that just made me like, oh yeah, I don't know how it looks or what it is, but this is what I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's a great answer. That's a great answer.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
That's like, where you're from.
That's where I'm from. Yeah.
For sure. For sure. So you're starting in that with all of that in your life, getting involved in it. And when did you like kind of decide that was what you wanted to do? Like for real, not even like, oh, like we're just kind of like imagining these things. Like when did you kind of like the flip in your head?
It wasn't over time. It seemed like really fast as soon as I started.
Sure.
But even through that time, dude, like I was seriously a hip hop head, like ever since I was a kid, young. And I would memorize those. And I don't know how normal that is for everyone, but I would like, if I really loved a song, I would memorize every single word of it. I would find instrumentals and I would rap. Yeah. Like to a T exactly with whoever song it was, And then I think I was probably, that was mainly after I moved to Montana though. Sure. Like I really did not try to rap at all when I was in Tennessee.
Okay.
I didn't even really think about it. Sure. Maybe it was just like what I looked like and where I was from, what other people looked like that was doing it. I just, for whatever reason, didn't think that was going to be me. And then I knew I was in love with it though. And then one time when I was up here, probably like right when I was 15 years old, it was really fast when I moved to Montana, had a lot of time alone that I started fucking with music and beats and like starting to write my own shit. And I wrote this one like full-length song to the instrumental Underground Kings by Drake. Yeah. I wrote a full-length song. And I recorded it on a voice memo on my phone and I sent it to my boy Ant, who is doing his thing for real in Tennessee, like tens of thousands of people watching this shit every time he dropped. City knew who he was.
Crazy.
And he hits me back and says, I send it to him and he's like, dude, what the fuck? That is so good. Can't remember his exact words, but like he was tripped out. And then next thing I know, the same night, he dropped a song on YouTube And then at the end of his song, he makes this little interlude and he's like, yeah, my boy Josh made this record, and he just plays it. And it goes on his YouTube. And I don't like, it's still out there today. You can find this.
Bet.
But over like, I don't know how many people saw it, bro. Everyone in our city, tens of thousands of views on it. All these people hyping me up. And I was out here at the time.
Yeah.
But it felt good to get love where I was from.
Yeah.
And I think because of the like confidence that he spoke into me and the reaction that I got in that shit, I immediately was like, all right, I think I could do this.
Yeah.
And it feels really fucking good to do it. Not to just write, but to, you know, get the love from it. So I started immediately, and then I'm a pretty like hyper-focused individual, man. Even when I was a kid, like I just like OCD about stuff. If I started doing it, I was like
locked in about
I'm locked.
Yeah.
You can't get me off of it. And I made a mixtape fast. Like within 6 months of that happening, I made a mixtape called Gene Pools. I had a little mic and a laptop at the house, fucking with GarageBand. I recorded it all. One of my homeboys also had a similar thing going on, because once I moved up here, moved like into Kalispell and started school there.
Yeah.
I actually started to run into some people that like reminded me of where I was from and that were into the same shit I was in.
Yeah.
Into hip hop, whatever. So I had another friend who had a studio, little mic in a GarageBand, whatever. And I made a mixtape called Gene Pools. I printed CDs out and I took them bitches to Flathead High School with me.
Yeah.
And I forgot my books, but I had my tapes in
Your
my
CDs.
bag, and I sold them. You know, I was always like trying to get a buck off of something, you know, and people really like embraced it out here then. And then that just gave me more confidence. And I was already like I think at that age I was like, as we all are, like pretty deeply insecure, but I was outwardly, because of the people that I grew up around, like you mask that with arrogance, you know? And you're just like, nah, I'm him. No one could tell me nothing. I'm the best. Even my boy that, you know, was telling me, I was like, nah, I could get with you now, bro. Immediately, you know?
Totally.
And you're just competitive. And that's what like gave me the start, you know? And I'm still like 15 at the time, like freshman in high school.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah. Like just the one thing that I've even noticed from your early like videos that I've seen, around what time or age were you when you did like a cypher video with Colt?
I think it's probably a year later, like 16.
Okay. Because you had charisma.
Yeah.
Even then. And it's like, that's still a huge part of your music and your artistry, is that like charisma. Like it stands out immediately.
Yeah.
And like it just stemming from this like love and passion for hip hop. Like what makes you passionate about the hip hop, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a culmination of a couple things, man. But like I grew up in a household where like, you know, my pops is really one of the like best at what he does wherever he's at. And I knew that watching him since I was a kid. Like we used to, my parents like have been referred to as kind of like modern day hippies, you know, because they're very musical and very like free spirited, you know, still like people are like principle and values that are really important. But like I grew up just, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to learn, and you're going to be a man about them. I can't stop you from them. As much as they tried, I'm a very hard, you know, I set my mind to it.
For sure.
I'm doing, you know, I'm gonna find a way. You can ground me, whatever. Yeah. And, but I watched him throw these big events. They used to throw giant parties at our house in Tennessee. And they'd have, you know, the main event was they would light a fire at night. We had this backyard and the fucking neighborhood would come out. And my pops would sing. And then other people that just had some kind of inkling for music, whether they kind of play guitar or play a cajon, little box drum, whatever, they would just be these multiple hours of music around the fire. I was fucking 7, you know, kid. And he was always just like the best. It was undisputed. And he was charismatic, humble, but like really good at what he did. I think that just like, and he carried that energy into me too, speaking just that confidence and like, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Set your mind to it. I think that gave me a lot of confidence just growing up in a household like that. And then seeing like my family, like my brother, the moment he started, he was better. I mean, just natural gift of a voice. Like, dude can just sing his ass off. And then it's like older bros doing it. And then it seemed like the moment I started, I also could do it better than a lot of the people I may have been around. Like I had a natural inkling, and I don't know if I just like had a skewed idea in my mind, like my bloodline is gifted and I'm next, and I
for sure.
And it's not like there's nothing real there. I mean, I could definitely get talent from the roots or whatever, but like, your work ethic makes you, really the head of the pack. But I think at that time, just like seeing them, they were confident. They were really like one of the best at what they did in the rooms they were in. Yeah. I thought I was next, and I really was always like a pretty close to the chest guy. Like I wasn't, especially at that age, like I didn't really like talking about shit. And music gave me this outlet to like not just express how I feel, but even like figure it out.
100%.
It
takes you on that like journey mentally, and you're like dissecting your experiences like in the moment immediately by like writing.
It wasn't. It's not just expression, bro. You're like literally doing the math live on paper, and then you going back and you're like so emotionally putting yourself into it, and saying it and recording it, and you're like, yeah, that really is what I stand on. That really is who I am or how I feel or whatever it is. And it was just a mixture of both of those. Like, I genuinely, from the moment I started writing music, has still remained to this day one of my, if not my favorite part about it. It's just getting to create it and the feeling and the freeing feeling that it like gives me to do it. I think that just like also culminated into being pretty confident in it early, and being where I'm from, like, and I've noticed that, I just grew up out in Tennessee in a place where it was like, it's very bravado driven. The last thing you're going to do is like be timid about, and it really came from like football, because I grew up in football.
Okay.
You going to step up and you're going to be a dog. Yeah. You're not going to get little bro. Even if you're not as good as that guy, like, you're going to go out swinging on him. And that's just how I approached music at the same time. Like, I don't think I even really believed it, but if I got on that mic, I'm the best. Yeah. And what I really mean is I know I can be, at this age, even when I talk like that, like, I know I had the capability to be the best at this thing. May not be true in the moment, but we do the right things, we could. Everyone should really feel that way in this art form. But yeah, trying to break down that confidence. I mean, that was culmination of the people I grew up in, feeling like I had a natural gift for this, and seeing it all in my family. They was doing it too and winning. Just made me feel like I could definitely win too.
For sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the answers. I love it. It's just like, it's deep.
It's all deep ties, man. And that's why I still like, music is still at the front of my life today.
100%.
I mean, this was over a decade ago, 13, 14 years in, and still like making this one of the focal points of my life, because, and it's still the focal point of my family's life. Fast forward 13 years, my brother's a full-time musician. My pops is a full-time musician. They both play locally 3-4 nights a week. That's how they make their living. And they're great at what they do. I still, and I feel like I'm great at what I do too. And it's like, now it's like a badge of us, of who we are as like the Eddwords men in our family. Is like we do music, and we at very least aspire to do it at the highest level, that we can. Yeah,
dude. And I've seen like the shows where you're like up doing the Rage Against the Machine stuff, bro. Those are crazy. I love that.
Dude, it's a really full circle moment for us, because like, I've made records with my brother and made records with my pop. Excuse me. But mostly just like me in the studio writing some shit and being like, yo, can you sing this? They'll come down. But as far as from a performance standpoint, like, I never really saw how we were going to do this thing together. Yeah. And anytime I'm in a show, they're in the crowd. And if they do a big show, I'm in the crowd. Like, we support each other. But to now find this middle ground of like, I can find these records that fit me and fit their band and perform them with this full heavy metal band. Dude. And it's Rage Against the Machine and Limp Bizkit, and I'm learning a Beastie Boys record right now. And it's like, and it really seems to add, you know, an element to their show too. That's different. Yeah. And it's super dope to just like be up there and look around. It's like my brother and my pops, and we're fucking the stage up. You know, it's 100%. Just crazy. And it's crazy for all of us because,
totally,
you know, my pops gets super emotional about it because I know that's just like a pinnacle for him, getting to do that with his sons, and then we get to do it with our fathers, like crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, that's something that I'm going to keep investing into and keep doing with them, see where we could take that to, and it's cool to explore that other side of music too, because I've always just, whatever I wrote, that's what I rap. Very rarely am like renditioning anything else. Right. Not that I'm aware of, at least.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And this is completely different. It's just like songs I grew up on. I definitely grew up on Rage Against the Machine and Limp Bizkit, and being a young, pissed off kid listening to that shit.
For sure. Let's talk influences, like,
yeah.
As far, I know you mentioned like Wiz and that kind of stuff.
I mean, dude, I was always with, even back, the Jits today don't know this, but even back when I was like 7, 8 years old, I had the CD player, and I'd carry around CDs, and I had my little headphones. I was always a music head. And then I think around 11, I started to shift to hip hop, but I grew up on the shit my dad exposed me to, and he's like really the 80s, 90s heavy metal guy. Like, he's so influenced by that. It's who he still is today. Yeah. So anyone who's like hip to Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath and Pantera and this whole, and Judas Priest, like all of these not old, but 80s, 90s heavy metal bands. I grew up on that shit.
For sure.
So I was a big fan of all of them, and had CDs and would make the mixes on my Microsoft or on iTunes on my computer, and I'd make my own little CDs and burn them, carry them around. Had to, yeah. You know, and that's what I, really grew up on. And then somewhere like around 10, 11 years old, I think I heard Nelly had dropped. What is with the red cover? I can't remember the name of the album right now, but it's got Pimp Juice on it. And, bro, I heard that shit and I was like, what the fuck is that? Yeah. And then obviously I heard Eminem sometime soon after that. Trailer Park Girl, come around the outside. I remember that. And then the people I was around, I remember being a young kid riding in my friend's dad's car, and we ride to the ballpark about to go play football, and he's just banging Lil Wayne. Yeah. And there's so much Lil Wayne. I think that was really like Lil Wayne was like on top of the world, and in the South, that's God. And that shit was like really driving what I started to really love about the culture, and not just the music, but the bravado of it. And it tied so deeply into being competitive in sports. Like, that's locker room music, bro.
For sure. 100%.
That's, hustler music. And once I started getting on that, then I think one of those like really focal points was Wiz was rolling out, and it was Taylor Gang or Die, and I was Chuck Tays and camo shorts. I stopped smoking blunts. I bought in. I bought in. Yeah, and so did all of my homies. Cushion, and then it was Cushion OJ, really.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And we went and saw Wiz on the Cushion OJ tour, and it was just fire. Like, it's crazy. Big Sean, Chevy Woods. I was fucking 12 years old. I was actually in the audience smoking blunts, and I was like, I'm definitely doing something wrong, but this is all we had. I didn't even know how to roll a blunt yet, and I had to ask the dude who sold me the weed to roll them up in blunts for me so we could burn them.
I love that.
Everybody looking around at me like, damn, man, why are you smoking? And I couldn't wait to just be in the concert smoking weed. Yes. I thought that was more important. Like, no one had even played yet. And the moment I got in there, I was like, we got to light up.
Light up.
So lucky we didn't get thrown out of there. Because we are fucking kids, bro.
For sure.
Kids.
Yeah. But obviously in love.
In love, just with the idea, the freedom that seemed to come with, like, I wasn't trying to hurt nobody, bro. I wasn't. Maybe it came up in a little street kind of situation, but I was never trying to hurt nobody. I just wanted to live like by these ways that I thought the culture was like presenting, like getting money and girls and being fly.
Yeah.
That was what I was more into. And then Taylor Gang was like perfect example of just get high and be nice to the girls, have a good time with your people, man. So I was really bought into that shit.
Totally.
And then time goes by, you know. I think I've been influenced by so much over the years, you know. Obviously Mac Miller and Cudi, and there was that whole era of just like stoner, feel good, kind of carefree music, even though Kid Cudi was kind of dark.
Yeah.
You know, and that wasn't as much my bag, but I definitely soundtracked to my life. Like everybody know that shit. And then it was definitely into all that. But I think as I started getting older, I really started gravitating to like, you know, hustler music, and what I define to be hustler music, a little more deep and introspective. Really got into J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, you know, some of our greats even now today, but just like that were really looking deeper at life and the shit that they were going through, being really vulnerable. Even as they're like dudes where they're from, you know, you're told to be strong. You don't talk about a lot of that shit. Music always grants you an opportunity to say it all. And they did, which takes balls. You know, people look at you a certain way, you talk like that. And I even see that in my career now, you know. I have music that make you feel like you big dog hustler. And then I have music that I hope takes you to a place that's like, you a fucking human, bruh. Just like everyone else.
Walk alone.
Yeah, and it's deep.
Yeah.
And it ain't always ultimate poise. And I think those are really driving what my music kind of has become.
Yeah.
And then Nipsey Hussle and just this whole idea of marathon and like being motivated and truly being a hustler and a man and a provider. I really gravitated to music like that, and I think that's where I'm at a lot of the time now. Is I listen to a lot of R&B now though too.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, just different, a way different shit, you know, shit that sounds good. But I think when I look at my music and when the music that I'm making right now, I think that's a big part of what I'm trying to offer to the people that listen to my music now, is just this like hustler mentality. We could do any of this shit. We have to feel this way where we're at.
Right.
You know, it's made me that way. And I really want to give people that extra oomph that I get out of the music that motivates me to just get up and go chase this shit down. Don't make excuses about it. Just reinvent it.
Right.
Reinvent it every time. And I think that's where I've like ended up with music. Who knows where it goes?
Yeah.
But
I mean, it like starting out with a way to express, communicate, get things out of your head, figure them out. And then now it's like refined into this purpose that like, this is where I'm at. So follow, you know, and like setting that tone. I mean, I think the first time I heard an album from you was 406 To The Ville 2018.
Yep.
And like Carrera and got my hair like Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah. And it's just like seeing how you've evolved since then. It's crazy. I mean, shit, you were already so good then, but like even now, it's
Thank
like,
you, bro. Thank you.
Who is this guy?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And was there anything in your life that really like brought you to that place, you know, like from those early tapes and early albums to this point?
Yeah.
Now? You've talked a little bit about it, but like, was there a point in time where it just like clicked?
I think the most significant one when I was young and I moved here, because I had got myself into such a hole, and even at that age, like it made me grow up so fast. Yeah. Because I was on probation from the age I was 12 to 14 years old. Like all the shit that I was on, while I'm listening to Wiz Khalifa and like imagining this whole way of life of like smoking and being all about your friends and partying, like probation made me be in at 8 o'clock and I'm getting drug tested every Wednesday. Yeah. And I'm still smoking. I'm finding ways around it. And I figured out if you drank 3 gallons of water without pissing and then you go in to take your test, you might be able to just like pee just straight water and there's nothing else in there. And sometimes it worked. It didn't work every time. And it was just like, I had put myself in such a position because of the choices I made. When I came to Montana, like I really knew, all right, I got a moment here to reinvent who I am, because from the age of 12, I was just like, I knew I was like a bad kid. And I thought that shit really was who I was. Like I was supposed to just be some street kid who sell this and that and get into this and that. He's going to get you in trouble, ain't doing nothing. But when I came up here and like I found music and I had a lot of time to myself, I wasn't around all of the people, because I was always around. When I was 12 years old in Tennessee, all my friends were 16, 17 years old. I was just like older for my age. And I knew I needed to make some real changes in my life. I think I changed a lot. You know, I got older and I got smarter, more aware of consequences when I moved here. I didn't really change all that much as far as the people that I attracted and what I was into, and still hip hop, just like driving what I thought was dope and who I wanted to be. So hip hop ain't always packed full of good shit.
Right.
The masses of it ain't, you know?
Yeah.
You got to understand like how to decipher it. And I think like I got here and I started doing music and I was just made an extra effort to be like, all right, I got to stay out of the bullshit though. Like I can't get caught up. It definitely has some close calls and some stuff that, you know, still being young and fucking dumb, could have got into, and maybe I had a higher power on my side, but I didn't. And then as I got older, you know, I looked back at it and I was like, man, so fucking dumb, bro. There's so many better ways to build a career, whether that's in music or other ways to get money. And I started to see, you know, I think a better way of life for myself. But I think that moving here, coming to Montana was like a big moment. And then there's been tons of shit that's driving along the way, being 19 years old, losing my best friend. It's like, that's a wake up call to life and how I'm trying to lead it. And you see that time and time again with people you come up with. And I was just, you get shook by it to your core. But if you channel it, it's like, it gives you such a reason to like try and shine your light at even higher frequency. And that's just one of them, like, it's emotional, bro. Because it's purpose. Yeah. It's deep, bro.
It is.
But it's reason, you know, and it's push to like, you go through crazy shit and it takes you to that place and then you get out of it, or you see people around you that don't, and you have just this like deep connection to your better self for the sake of just not you, but everybody. So I think those like bunch of that shit coming up where I came up with the people that I came up with that I wouldn't change anything about, but it comes with that shit. Just does. There's no way around it. So I think that, bro, gives you deep purpose of that hustle hard. And stay on the right path, because it's fragile. Yeah.
I mean, it can change in a moment, you know, and just having that awareness, but also like you put yourself in that position on purpose because that's where you want to be. You know, because that's where life has shown you that is the best place. You know?
And bro, it comes with crazy shit because you get like guilt from it because you came up and ran like all the same ways. Like there ain't nothing, some of my homies that ain't even here today, there ain't shit they did that I didn't do. But I just came out on the other end shaking the dice. Like that shit just don't make sense. But at the same time, it'd be a fucking shame to like go through those things so close to home and not shift gears and see it for what the fuck it is and be like, nah, we gonna find a better way to not just get to money, but to like lead the next generation of people behind us that look at us. Because people watching, bro, especially in music, like even on a small scale, like there's people all around us that look at us and we're like figures to follow in some sense of the word. But it's about being worthy of that and being someone to follow. And not everyone wants to own that.
Right.
And that's cool too. You didn't come out here to like necessarily lead people if that's not who you are. But I think that's just like, there's a deep connection of that to me, because when I see young people doing the shit that I was doing and I saw so clearly where I know that road gonna go, I just feel compelled to be like, nah, bruh, I'm winning for real in life right now. Way different. Don't look nothing like that. No. You know?
Totally.
So follow me, bruh, because this is beautiful. But, you know, when you young and hard-headed and you come up a certain way, you don't want to listen to everybody. I sure as fuck didn't. Like, if you didn't have exactly what I thought was flashy and cool and appealed to me, like, I ain't hearing you, bro.
Yeah.
You're not where I want to be. So when we're young and we're in music and we're like young, flashy dudes, pull up in a nice way and the shit look good, it's important, because not only like is the way you living good, but now you look good. Yeah. And you can commute or you can compute to a young guy who's like just got the TV on and they're seeing shit like these rappers or whoever they look up to on their phones. You know, you can resemble that and actually connect with them and give them for real game of how you really become successful. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And not like shoveling in the trash, you know, because it's garbage in, garbage out. Like what you accept in will eventually come out in your life. And so it's like switching the narrative to bring purpose and game and knowledge and like real life struggle and spin it with like a positivity and like a love that you even connected with when you were, you know, inspired by the artists that you were inspired with, because they understood that as well.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
It's gotta feel good. I mean, that's why you don't listen to so many like your teachers or wherever you hear this shit at, you like, that's not what I want though. Like, you don't embody this thing in my mind that like visually represents where I'm trying to get to. And it's not just like a facade. Like, that's, I drive what I drive, I dress how I dress, I live how I live, because this is hip hop raised me. So that's who I am. But I know when I show up a certain way, people pay attention that wouldn't pay attention to your nice collar shirt and, hey son, you gotta get out of the street. It's like, man, shut the fuck up, bro. You lucky we don't see what's in your pocket, bro. Like, come on, man, get out of my
Empty
face.
wallet.
Yeah, and not even just like, you don't hear that shit. Right. And it's important for the guys that are like, that came up through it and really like represent it, look it and can really walk it because they've been there, to be like, nah, bro, like this is not the play. I know it looks like the play right now, and you might be in whatever you in and it feel good, but there's inevitably an outcome and you ain't dodging it. I don't care what you think. And there's really ways to get out here and like not just like play the system. It ain't playing the game. Like America, and it's at its true core is designed for you to get it however, and you can get it from wherever, and whoever you are, you can win. And it doesn't matter what your background is. Obviously, there's some shit there, you know,
for sure.
But at its core, we live in the world of possibility and opportunity, and you don't got to get it in shortchanged ways, man. You can learn a lot about entrepreneurship and do whatever, and that's ways to like really feed the fam.
It starts with you though, you know, like developing the mindset. You know, and I know that just paying attention to your artistry, like that mindset is strong, you know, and like just being able to develop that and really like take it to the place that you want it. You know, that's huge. That's an important thing. And it's something to look up to as well.
Thanks, bro.
You know, as a younger cat, like 100%.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to be like that guy. I want to be like that guy.
Bro, I think the biggest thing about it, bro, and it's like, you know, we all portray a certain way, and I try to just be authentic as much as I can, but like anyone who listens to my music or sees that I may be a confident dude, like I'm working through all the human shit and doubt and everything, just like everyone else.
Yeah.
It's just that like commitment to every day, having a deep why of why I want to exceed myself and the expectations of myself. And that's why I think anyone could do that shit. Because it's like, if you really can dig into your core being and like figure out what the fuck your why is and why you need to change stars for the family or be a role model for these people or whatever, it's like you're gonna throw in the towel on yourself a lot quicker than you would throw in the towel on your section, on your people. You know, it's easier to give up on you, especially if you come up in a kind of whatever way. It's like you ain't even used to much. So you could settle for less, you know? And I came up in like a super like loving family. We just been all over the map together as a family. I think that's like the best thing about my family is we've been, you know, doing well, and we've been to the food bank together, and we've just all stuck together and like thugged it out and stayed in unison.
It's real.
And that's like a core thing that I've always had, that I always just feel grateful for every single fucking way I came up, because I always had a mom and a pop that loved their family. And we might have seen it a lot of different ways, but I had that. A lot of people don't have that, bro. Right. And that's more important than money. Yeah. That's more important than coming up on the nice side of town, bro. Like, you had that good family structure. You got a lot going for you. And if you don't, you don't learn some stuff necessarily the easy way, which is being taught. So I really like try to reach out to people even without that and try and shed some of just that core shit of being a man, like going hard every single day and don't make excuses for yourself. And, you know, you shake a man's hand, you look him in the eye, and you be confident. It's important. So, yeah, it's just deep connection to like trying to help other people too. And that's what music does, the same thing. Like, we're vulnerable for ourselves, but I feel like when we put it out to the world, you're trying to share a frequency of thought and see where it lands and who it connects with. And then you get feedback from people. It's like, I got words that I've written on paper tattooed on bodies, you know, like it landed. Mission accomplished. Like, this connected with you and did something for you. That's why we did it. Because the same thing it just did for me, now it's done for someone else. That's success, bro. 1 or 1,000, it don't matter. Yep. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man.
I love that.
I love that. It's crazy just to like
getting deep, TR.
Yeah, dude. Always.
Getting deep out here, boy.
Dude. Always. You have to. I mean, life is serious, you know, and why I mean, there's times and places for the unserious, you know. You can be unserious, but when it really comes down to it, like, life is serious. I think we've talked, and I've talked with a lot of people in general, just like, you never know when your last day is going to be.
Sure.
And it's like living every day to the fullest is like everything, and you want to live that every day.
Yep. And
that's just what it is, because there's not a day that you should be living without that mindset.
Yep.
You know? Yeah. So, like, we've kind of jumped.
Yeah. You get me riffing, bro. I'll take you.
I love it.
It's a bad, you know, it's a good and a bad, but I'll take you everywhere, bro. And then I'm like, wait, what? I don't even know where I started, but I got going.
No, I mean, so where you're at now and getting involved with LOTN, because I really want to talk about that.
Yeah.
For sure. As we kind of transitioned a little bit to talking about like family and the importance of like community and being close with those people and having that support and love. Tell me about your experience for Volume 1, like kind of the official, unofficial spokesman, narrator, killer on that album, and talk to me about it a little bit.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think from an artist's perspective, just getting to go and do 10 days with a bunch of like-minded individuals and make music and do this thing we love together and connect on deep levels about the highs and the lows of doing this thing and really devoting yourself to it, like, it has such deep importance to your day-to-day just like experiencing it, because and I feel like a broken record because we've talked about it so much, you know, but there's that level of just like you can feel like you're the only person that you can relate to about what you're going through in your music career, when you live in a market that just doesn't have any real resources or like infrastructure, you know, and a lot of the mechanisms to do this thing, studios, videographers, they're few and far between. It feels like crazy, you know, you running around in circles or a rat wheel, however you want to look at it. So just getting to be around a bunch of people that like relate to that and they telling you how they did it, how they overcame this, like that shit's really important. But I think the overall mission is the most important part, you know, is to just give a mechanism in a lot of different forms and fashions to the state and even to the genre as a whole, you know, and just be another resource for people in the long run, not even just from Montana, but like that are trying to do this thing and don't really know exactly how to do it. And can we help? And can we get you up those stairs?
Bolster.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think even in the first one, man, just like the impact that you carry, because I definitely understood quickly, like at the first one, that I was, I don't know, one of the veteran guys there. Like I've been there. Not even front runner. I've just been here doing this a while. Yeah. You know, so I was older and I had been some places and done some things that some other people hadn't done. And there's the younger guys there. So I'm like, God damn, like if I was 18 and this was an opportunity for me, this would have been nuts. And it was nuts for me at 27 doing it. But there was nothing like that. I mean, I didn't even have a studio I learned how to mix engineer and do all that shit because there was no other option. It was just figure out how to record yourself and make yourself sound good or sound like shit. Right. You know? Right. And to have these dudes just be able to show up, and you got professional videographers. Coulter Olmsted out here knows everything about this shit. He's going to make you look good. Yep. You got engineers that can make you sound good. They understand how to record. And then when you're not making music, you're like picking the brains of people that are some steps ahead of you and sharing like the pathway that you could maybe find your own success or continue to find success. And I think that shit is just so important to continue to do. So the music aside, you know, impact is like where I looked at it the most. I think the music is great. Yeah. And I think this mission statement is like riddled all throughout this album. And you can hear it everywhere. But what it actually does in real time is connects people, especially young people, with people that are a little down the road, and guidance and mentorship exists like so prevalently when you're just willing to, hey, bruh, I see you out here doing this, you recording on BandLab, bro. Can we get you a MacBook and we get Pro Tools?
Keep it pushing.
And you can learn how to do this at this level or whatever step that you can just try and, you know, help out. I think that's the core reason for why of LOTN, and it's just dope to be a part of it. Yeah. You know, because I love that side. Yeah. Feels great to, you know, feel like you can give back to somebody and see them go use it and win with it. It's very fulfilling. Yeah. You know?
I mean, I think that like it translates well with, as we talked about, purpose, you know, and finding that purpose. And then you just like now have another avenue to practice that purpose and to live in that purpose. And that's a huge thing. And I think that's why it connected so well, you know, like breaking out. Hands down, bro. Favorite.
Wow.
Favorite from you.
Wow. Okay.
I love that. I love it. Yeah. It's like as much as I love the hard stuff, it's raw, It's real. It's from the moment the sun comes up, from the moment you wake up till the end of the day.
Dude, it's so funny because I always thought, like, right when I made that song, it was like, I think it was early in the morning. I started cooking it with Hemingway, and I really just heard the beat.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this shit just feel good. And damn, I feel good right now. You know, I've been making music nonstop for a couple days.
Yeah.
I'm outside sleeping in a tent, comfy as hell. Like, and I wake up in the morning and just kind of scratch my ass, scratch my eyes. Go inside and go rap now for 10 hours. And I just sat down and I was like, man, I feel grateful. I feel good. All that shit that, you know, that's also on your heart and your soul, like, it ain't right now. That's what the song's about. Like, whatever you're going through, you really got to live in the moment sometimes. You know? Yeah. This life's a maze. And no, it's all a maze, and we trying to find a way out, you know? And I ain't running out of days now. Like, that shit hit to my core, and I love what everyone else did on the record, too. It really just turned into this, like, therapy record to me.
Dude.
Sounded like
100%.
Just, like, kind of therapeutic, feel like, you know,
I shed
light some
tears.
sage in the house type shit.
I shed tears. There's a
crazy.
lot of times I listen to it and shed tears because it takes me to that place of that, like, struggle, the internal as well as the external, and, like, battling that. And then realizing, like, you can't break out. You can go and get it if you want it.
Yeah.
You know? And that's, like, I love it. That's why I love it, because it you know, life might suck some days and it might be really good some days, but, like, having the mindset to wake up and change it. You have the ability to change, you know, and to learn and to flip that narrative that has been written for you, and you write it, you know, and you change it yourself.
And just, like, living in a way that promotes you, like, feeling good like that, because that's where that song even stems from for me, is, like, just genuinely waking up and living in a way at that point in my life and doing something that's, like, I love to do, and I just get to wake up and actually be like, God damn, like, life is good. You know?
Yeah.
And it's a culmination. It's not just of, like, what LOTN is, but just getting to a place in life that's, like, when you really know what the other side looks like, you find it a little easier to just be like, God damn, like, sun motherfucking shining. Got a lot of my homies around, and my favorite thing to do in the world. Blessed. Yeah. Let's make a record.
100%.
You know?
Yeah. And you can tell. You can tell, bro.
Cool, man. Cool, yeah.
Speaks.
There was even a little different for me, like, throughout the past couple of years, like, experiment with different sounds and melodies and some of the other shit I'm inspired by. It's cool to, like, just dabble in different sounds, and that's why I really like that song, because it's one of my favorite ones we did out there too. I was a part of out there, because it just felt different for me, and that's always a good place to be when you just trying some shit that you're like, I don't know, let's just go. Put me in there, and then it sounds good. You're like, nice, man. You know, I could try something else and explore this side. Yep.
Beautiful.
Glad that one connected, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
So kind of just getting into a few closing thoughts. Is there any advice that you just, like, you want to put out into the world for artists, non-artists, people that you love, people that you don't know? Is there, like, anything in this moment that you just feel led to share with the world?
There's so much, like, shit that goes into living a good life, and I'm still trying to figure it out too. But you know, since we're on the topic of music has given me so much reason for why I do what I do, and to wake up and to put my best foot forward, because I found something that I love to do and I feel like I'm good at. And it really was just that. Like, I was in love with something, and I felt like I was good at it. And the more I did it, it made me feel better. Like, not just about what I could do, but as a human. And find what you love, bro, and pour yourself into it. it sucks some days. It's great the others. Don't be too hard on yourself on what you're trying to achieve in the long run, and just do it every day. Try and get better at one thing, that 1% better shit every day, and you'll find yourself somewhere a long way down the road, and it'll be successful, but it ain't how you originally imagined it. Like, I didn't think I would be on any of the shit that I'm on now. When I was 18, making how I want it, I thought it was going to look way different, but it looks better. Yeah. Right now it looks better, and it's really just tied into just like doing something I love to do. So whether that's music or fucking arts and crafts, doesn't matter. Like,
for sure,
do that shit.
Yeah,
do that shit, and in this day and age, you can make a career out of it. That's the beauty too. So yeah, that would be my advice, man. Find what you love to do and just devote yourself to it. And you'd probably be pretty happy along the way. Yeah.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
So that would be
beautiful.
Little game right there.
Yes, sir.
If you can.
Some game from E.
I don't know, man. I'm figuring it out too. That's the biggest.
All are.
I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like, is just understanding that nobody has the fucking answer.
No.
There's no short way to success. There's no quick fix. Just try every single day to like just do it, and you'll figure this shit out. But it's a lot easier if you love what you do.
Yeah.
Don't chase the money, you know, because you'll never be fulfilled. But when you do some shit that you love to do, it's like, this is why I do it. We're talking about Farch making fucking obscure ass videos and just putting all his hard-earned time into it, and then puts it out in the world, tells no one about it.
Yeah.
You love to do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he felt great about it. And I think I relate to that too, of do it, live in it. Yeah.
To the fullest.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Hey, I got to give a message to you, man.
Yeah.
Because Montana hip hop needs what you do. And you're doing it really well. And a lot of people pop up and do this thing, and they do 6 and then they gone. And I think from like before I did the podcast, I listened to all the ones you did. I'm like that. And I'd be busy, so I was like podcasting, I'm listening to TR, and I think you're doing this really well. You seem like really curious about the people you talk to, and you're doing your homework, and I think Montana hip hop needs you to keep going. So words of affirmation, bro. Keep going.
I appreciate that.
I think there's something really great at the end of it for you. And you're going to help a lot of people at the end of the day, too. And anytime you're putting in anything into the world, at the bottom line, it's about servitude. And you got an opportunity to serve the culture you love, the people within it, and I think yourself, too. So cheers to you. Keep rocking, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Bless.
Yeah.